This is shocking. After clearing federal gambling allegations, free agent Malik Beasley is now firmly on the Knicks' radar to fill their final roster spot. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. The Knicks are interested in Malik Beasley. Out of nowhere, just when we thought we knew all of the free agents the Knicks were interested in, we keep getting surprised. Today, reports came out clearing free agent Malik Beasley of any federal allegations related to gambling on NBA games. And then, almost instantly, reports came out indicating that the Knicks were doing background work on him. Let's break down these latest reports. Shout out to Shams of ESPN and NBA Insider with SNY, Ian Beasley, for giving us this following information here. According to them, Malik Beasley is reportedly no longer a target of the federal gambling investigation that prevented the free agent guard from signing with the team this summer. And the Knicks have done some background work on the bench scorer. Let me say this very plainly and clearly. Nobody is going to do background work on any player if they don't have some level of interest on signing that player and adding them to the team. So I just wanted to put that out there. Beasley continues here by stating, the Knicks are among the teams that have done background work on Beasley's situation and the likelihood of a suspension during the 2025-2026 NBA season. Attorneys representing Beasley held extensive conversations within the Eastern District of New York and have been informed their client is not being considered a target for the investigation, which centers around the gambling on NBA games and prop bets from the 2023-2024 season. And shout out to NBA insider Jake Fisher for also confirming the Knicks' interest to pursue Malik Beasley. According to them, and shout out to NBA Central on the app X for helping to break down this information, the New York Knicks could pursue Malik Beasley. Yet, New York has also been cited as a team that could pursue Malik Beasley after ESPN reported on Friday that Beasley is no longer the target of a federal gambling investigation. I'm told the Knicks have maintained a level of interest in Beasley since the teams met in the first round of the playoffs in May. And now the sharpshooter appears poised to become an unexpected late summer free agent of note after the launch of the investigation just as free agency was about to commence, which led Detroit to scrap its plans to sign him to a new deal. Beasley continues here by stating, the Knicks have already added a veteran guard, Jordan Clarkson, to provide some bench help this offseason, looking to bolster a unit that constantly left much to be desired under previous head coach Tom Thibodeau. New York can offer the 28-year-old Beasley the vet minimum. Of course, it is expected that Beasley will garner strong interest from teams that can offer more than the Knicks can. Beasley follows up on that report with the following post on the app X. According to Beasley, salary cap guru Keith Smith notes that Detroit can offer Beasley $7.2 million. Some other teams still have some or all of the taxpayer mid-level exception available to offer Beasley. Beasley had a 3-year, $42 million deal lined up with Detroit before reports came out about this federal investigation. Beasley hasn't been arrested or charged with anything to date. Really quickly here, the Knicks clearly have interest in Malik Beasley, but the big issue here, they can't offer Malik the exact contract that he wants. But here's the thing. Even though Detroit has $7.2 million that they could give Malik Beasley, The problem is, during the offseason, they already signed so many different players, so many different guards to fill his role. Now, if he's added to the team, he kind of doesn't have a spot, not really a role, because they already gave that role to other players that they signed. That means potentially another team can come in and sign him. And maybe Malik, for what he wants to do this offseason, maybe he wants to join a contender, build up his value, and then next offseason, get that contract he was supposed to get from the Pistons, only this time, maybe get it from a different team. Shout out to Ian Begley for continuing to provide more information on this situation. According to him, the NBA informed several clubs before free agency began of the investigation involving Beasley, and Detroit pivoted to other players like Caris LeVert. In 82 games, 18 starts last year with the Detroit Pistons, Beasley averaged 16.3 points on 43% shooting, 41.6% shooting from three, with 2.6 rebounds and 1.7 assists in 27.8 minutes played. He averaged 14 points on 37.3% shooting, 33.9% from three in the 6-game first-round playoff series against the Knicks. The guard finished a distant second place for NBA Sixth Man of the Year behind Boston's Peyton Pritchard. Obviously, we know why the Knicks and any team around the league would want to add Beasley. His shooting, his defense, and his ability to stretch the floor and allow your other stars to shine when he's out there. However, if he's going to want more than the vet minimum, the Knicks can't afford him. The Knicks can't add him to this team. There is one scenario, and I already mentioned it, on how he can join New York. And that's if he wants to join a contender and increase his value on the market. But right now, there are not a lot of teams out there that can give him the money that he was expected to get when the offseason started. And with the Pistons, like I said, yes, they have $7.2 million to give him. But do they want to do that at this point after already filling in for him, signing players to fill his position? That's the only question here. But clearly, without a doubt, New York is interested in Malik Beasley. You do not ever do any type of work, especially background work on a player, unless you are interested in that player. So I hope we clear that part up. But given the fact that Malik is likely going to want more money on the market and other teams have more to give him, he's likely not going to join the Knicks. But you know what? That's okay. Even without Malik, at this point, with the roster we have, even without adding that other player that we can add to that final roster spot that we have open, New York today is still one of the favorites to have a very good regular season. Shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this following information. They give us the following updated odds on who's going to win the NBA Cup this upcoming season. Now, why is this important? Well, here's why. Whoever wins the NBA Cup has a good chance to win the NBA Finals. That's number one. But also, if you're up there to win the NBA Cup, then that means you're going to be a very good regular season team. And as we can see here, OKC, NBA champions from last year, they're number one at plus 450. Of course, they're going to have great odds here because, of course, everybody expects them to have another great year. With the Knicks, they're right behind them at plus 550. And they're also expected to have a very good season. The Cavs, plus 600. They're expected to have a very good season. And then look at the jump here, ladies and gentlemen. From plus 600 to plus 1,100 for the Magic, plus 1,200 for the Nuggets, and plus 1,300 for the Hawks. It's not saying that all of these teams after the Cavs will have bad regular seasons. It's just stating they're likely not going to be in the running for the NBA Cup, not have as good of a record, at least in the regular season, as these top teams in OKC, the New York Knicks, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are projected to have. Having a player like Malik Beasley come off the bench, obviously, I can understand why any team would want a player like that. It makes a lot of sense. And if I were New York, if I could snag a player like Malik Beasley for the vet minimum, I'm obviously going to do that. I would do my background work too. But I obviously know after doing that work that other teams are likely going to land Beasley because they have more money. But in the NBA, especially with Leon Rose around the situation, anything can happen. So I'm never going to say never, but it does sound unlikely. But leave it up to Leon Rose to make the impossible possible. I'm just going to wait, be patient, and just see how this entire situation plays out. Because very, very soon, the Knicks will be making another move to fill in that final roster spot. And I cannot wait to see who that final player is going to be. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks showing interest in free agent Malik Beasley? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.